Good morning, students. Can you hear me?
Good morning,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good
Good
morning.
morning,
How are
ma'am.
you? How are you all of you? अच्छा चल रहा है सब? Is everything going good?
Fine.
उज्जवल, ठीक
Yes,
चल रहा
ma'am.
है सब?
Yes,
So
ma'am. सब बढ़िया.
we are towards the completion of our topic, that is case studies, and in the last lecture we have discussed about AWS. Today we'll discuss about Azure, Microsoft Azure. Earlier it was called Windows Azure. So, but actually is this Azure platform. Most of the students in your class are coming late. So there is a long list of students in the waiting room. Let me join all of them. So this Azure, Microsoft Azure was earlier called Windows Azure, and this is basically a cloud computing platform like we have AWS that allows you to access and manage cloud services and resources provided by a company called Microsoft. So what Microsoft did is they provided a platform for online providing, oh, it's an online portal basically that allows you to access and manage cloud services, resources, and everything related to cloud. It may be storage of data, it may be transforming of data or such things. It was launched in February 1, 2010, later than this AWS and this AWS. And the competitor of this Azure is AWS. Azure का competitor AWS. There are two giants in the cloud computing industry. One is Azure and the other one is
बोलिए ना।
AWS. So there are some services that are free to start, and it follows a free pay as you go model, like any other pay as you go model, like any other cloud computing platform that is providing various services. Uh, 80% of the Fortune 500 companies use Azure services for their cloud computing needs. So you can imagine the demand of this AWS, AWS and Azure. The Fortune 500 companies, nearly 80% of companies are using this. And it supports multiple programming languages, including Java, Node.js, and C hash. It supports Java, Node.js, and C hash. So such programming languages are supported by this Microsoft Azure. Another benefit of Azure is the number of data center it has around the world. There are uh, presently nearly 42 data centers available. 42 data centers are available that are spread across around the globe, and which is the highest number of data centers for any cloud platform. So there are they are planning to open nearly more 12 data centers that are in progress. We can say nearly 54 data center will be available by 2021. So this is the number of data centers that are providing various services, cloud computing services in the this by this Microsoft Azure. So moving towards the services that AWS is providing, there are we have discussed in the this Azure is providing. There are various services that were provided by AWS that are quite similar to this uh, Azure. First is compute services, and networking services, networking services, and storage services, storage services. These are the main services that are provided by this Microsoft Azure. So in those we have, like, in case of compute we have um, this virtual machines, virtual machines. We have cloud services, cloud services, We have service fabric, functions. We discuss all these things. Service fabric, functions, and if we say in case of uh, networking, we have in the networking we have networking services of Azure include Azure CDN, Azure CDN. This is CDN, Content Delivery Network. Content Delivery Network. Express Route Virtual Network. Express Route Virtual Network. We have this is also a service that is used by Microsoft Azure, that is provided as a service by Microsoft Azure. Azure DNS. So in case of Azure CDN, Content Delivery Network is basically for delivering contents to users. It uses a high bandwidth and content can be transferred to any person around the globe. So this is a delivery network basically for transferring any kind of content around around the globe. This CDN service server uses a network of servers placed strategically around the globe so that user can access the data as soon as possible. And now next is Express Route. This service lets you connect your on-premise network to the Microsoft Cloud, uh, or any other service that you want through a private connection. So this Express route is similar to a service called um, what is a service named in AWS? Can anybody tell me? I have explained your service related to such service, Express Route. Service that let you connect your on-premise network to the Microsoft Cloud or any other service that you want through a private connection. Can anybody name that service that is in the AWS? That is Route 53. That is Route 53 is similar to Express Route in Microsoft Azure. So these are the common services. Next is virtual network, allows you to have any of the Azure service communicate with one another privately and securely. This virtual network. And the next service is Azure DNS. This service allows you to host your DNS domains. It allows you to host your DNS domains. DNS domains or system domain on Azure. On Azure. So if you want to connect a network or you want to have a content delivery network, you want a DNS domain, your own DNS domains. So that can be possible using these cloud services. Next is this storage services. We studied some of the services related to Azure in detail, and we'll study today also the difference between AWS and Azure and the similarities too. Next is storage, storage services. The storage services include disk storage, blob storage, disk storage, blob storage, file storage, queue storage. queue storage. We can have this uh, storage services in Azure. Like we know that service allows you to choose from either hard disk drive or solid state drive as your storage option along with your virtual machine. So if you are having a virtual machine on the Microsoft Azure, you can select this disk storage for storing your data that will act as hard disk drive. Next is wheel of storage. This service is optimized to store a massive amount of unstructured data. Unstructured data. That is in massive amounts, including the text and every binary data. Text and every kind of binary data can be stored using the vlog storage. Next is this file storage. This is a managed file storage service that can be accessed via industry, that is SMB, message service block. Message service block. Message service block. Next is queue storage. With queue storage, you can provide stable message queuing for a large workload. So with storage, you are getting a stable message queuing. So it is providing a stable message queuing. Stable message queuing for a large workload. For a large workload, that is queue storage. Next is um, why we use Azure. What why we require Azure? We'll study
Hello.
some of the services in detail also.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
मैम हमारा आज 10 o'clock नगैरो असेसमेंट है.
Have you told us regarding this? Everybody
Yes,
is
ma'am.
going there.
Yes, ma'am.
10 कितने बजे?
10 o'clock to
10
12:30.
10 o'clock to 12:30. So what about the classes? Nobody told me earlier. You must have conveyed it earlier. 10 10 10 पे है.
Yes, ma'am.
नेगैरो का क्या?
Assessment है मैम, ग्रुप में आया
Assessment
था.
है.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll talk. Wait for a minute. I'll talk to the HOD and we'll let you know all of it.
Okay, ma'am.
I told your HOD and he said we'll be finishing our lecture by 10. Is that clear to everybody? We have 10 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So most of you have, I think, conveyed through chat, but I am not able to read at that time. Sorry for that. Ma'am, today we have Nigari exam at 10 a.m. Okay. We'll be concluding this in 5 minutes. So these are the basic storage services, and after that, what I was telling you, why we use Azure. So Azure is basically used for um, Why use Azure? Use Azure. First is for application development. Uh, it can be used for developing application. It can be used for this testing. Next is for application hosting. We can use Azure. We can use Azure for creating virtual machines. Creating virtual machines. Integrating and syncing data. We can use virtual this Azure. Next is collect and store metrics can be possible. Collect and store metrics can be possible using Azure. Next is Azure can be used as virtual hard drives. These are some of the uses we can say related to Azure. Now,
Hello, hello.
hello. May I
Good
know who
morning,
is
ma'am.
speaking?
हेलो
Morning. Good morning. Not
मैम
getting right.
मैम सिक्स पॉइंट में क्या आप लिखे हैं? कलेक्ट स्टोर
Collect and store metrics. Metrics are for measuring the things. Storage metric is basically how we are going to collect the information, but metrics we are going to use for that measurement technique. And what measuring technique we will use for storage. That is called uh, this collect and store metrics. Now next is what is Azure Data Factory? Azure Data Factory. Azure has a data factory and will study what are the various components in Azure Data Factory like input data sets, Azure Data Factory. First is input data sets, pipeline, output data set, output data set, linked services, linked services we can have in this Azure Data Factory and a gateway. Gateway. So input data set means this represent the collection of data within the data stores. The data passes through a pipeline for processing, and a pipeline consists of a group of activities such as data movement activities, data transformation activity using SQL, stored procedure, uh, and Hive. We can have data transformation using SQL, Hive, or stored procedure. And in case of output data sets, uh, after the data is transformed into the pipeline, we get an output data set. Here we get a structured form of our data from the output data set. The services include the data from the output data set passes to linked services such as Azure Data Lake, block storage, SQL. Link service contains information needed to connect to external sources. This is similar to the concept of connection string in SQL servers. where you define the source and destination of your data. Next is gateway. This connects you on-premise data to the cloud. It consists of client agent that is installed on the on-premise data system, which then connects to the Azure data. So this is all about Azure Data Factory. We are not able to study this thing in detail, but in the next lecture we'll study about Azure Data Factory in detail, as well as what does this Azure Data Lake mean and how it works. And apart from that, we'll also do this uh, questions related to AWS and Azure and the difference between the various services. So I'm stopping this uh, lecture here and ending this lecture. So ऑल द बेस्ट टू एवरीवन असेसमेंट के लिए अच्छा आपका एग्जाम हो जाए
Thank you, ma'am.